What's up everyone, I'm out here at Woodmere Park in Evansville, Indiana. I've played here a few times before, again a few years ago, so I'll be kind of playing blind. It does look like they've added some new obstacles, I guess you could say. Hole 1, sign says it's 280, U-disc says 270. I'm just going to do a little flip up hyzer with my EMAC Truth with a flip. Okay, so I kind of overturned that flick with the EMAC Truth. I'm just going to pitch up with the judge, get my 3. Okay, hole 2 is 210 feet according to the sign. U-disc says it's 185. It's pretty much just dead straight, a little past these trees up here. Okay, hole 3, sign says 345, U-disc says 400. Just placed through this fairway right here, out of this gap, through some trees, and back into some woods a little bit. I'm going to try and throw low and straight with my convict. Okay, on to hole 4. Sign says 300, U-disc says 352. Plays up on this hill right up here, so you kind of want to throw something flat either to the bottom of the hill or on a big ante up to the top or just kind of on the hill. I think a forehand would work, but it might have the tendency to spike and then roll back down the hill. Let me see if I can get my evidence up there. Well, I think it's there at kind of the bottom of the hill. Didn't give it the height that it needed. Hole 5, sign says it's 375, U-disc says 345. It plays up this hill right here out into the open and then kind of fades a little bit to the left, and apparently there is a drop off behind the basket, so go with the Dynasty. Pumped it way up there. It's definitely in the open, but turned it a little bit. Okay, Hole 6, sign says 306, U-disc says 312. It's kind of right in here, right in front of these trees. There's a tree that is a mando. You got to throw it to the right of it. I'm just going to do a big hyzer, let it fade in. Hole 7 plays kind of downhill. Sign says it's 485. U-disc says 470, 467. You might be able to see it just out here in front of the tree line. I'm just going to see if I can do a nice big turnover with the trespass and let it slightly fade back towards the basket. Alright, it's down there. I think it's in circle 2. We'll see. Hole 8, sign says it's 275. U-disc says it's 270, so it's probably somewhere right in there. I'm going to do a big flick with an overstable disc because it does play along this same tree line that hole 7's on. And we're playing from inside that tree line. So just a big flick hyzer. Hopefully we get it up there for another birdie. I'm gonna go with my felon. Well, didn't look like I had the fade that I needed on it, so I got a just outside C2 looks like. Okay, hole 9, sign says it's 270, U-disc says 245. Plays up here on this little hill right here, just past the parking lot. I don't know if you can see it because of my head. Parking lot does play OB, but I'm gonna do a big hyzer over the parking lot, see if I can't get it parked. Okay, on to hole 10, both the sign and U-disc say it's 385. Plays through this gap right here, and there's a valley that slopes down and then back up, and the basket is pretty much right there at the crest of the hill. I think I'm going to do a flick with the trespass and just let it kind of turn and then fade back somewhere on the hill. Give myself an easy 3 look. Hole 11, sign says 240, U-disc says 220. Plays downhill, you can see it just out here in the opening. You gotta avoid the path or road that's OB as well as the parking lot. West side crown. Okay, so I threw it way past the basket, but skipped off the road back in bounds, and I have a long putt. On to hole 12. Sign says it's 405. U-disc says 375. Plays down here into this gap that's probably about 300 feet down the fairway. And it's tucked back up in there in the woods. I think I'm just gonna throw my EMAC Truth nice and straight, get it to that opening, and then pitch up for my 3. Okay, faded a little bit further to the left than I want, so I'm gonna be a little pinched, but might be able to save a par. Okay, hole 13, both the sign and U-disc say it's 330. Plays down this tight fairway right here. You need to fade to the left a little before this tree right here. I'm going to go with my Dynasty. Oh, miss it. Try a flick roller with the felon. This flick roller right here ended up better than I thought it did. I thought it cut a little too early into the rough, but it looks like it got just around it. Now I'm about 20 feet for the par. Okay, on to hole 14. Sign says it's 370. U-disc says 345. Plays down here through this opening. I think one of these trees is a Mando. Got to throw it to the right of it. Okay, hole 15, sign says 205, U-disc says 215. It's right down in here, I think past this tree. Just gotta make sure the path is clear before you throw and try to ace run it. I'm gonna do a flick with my Justice. Okay, hole 16, sign says it's 350, 350. U-disc says 315, 315. There is a tree down on the tee box currently. I don't know if you can see this tree right here, but it is right on top of the tee box. This fenced in area is new from the last time I played, so I think you just have to pump one over that fenced in area, which I'm assuming is going to be OB now. hole 17, both the sign and U-disc say it's about 360. Plays way down here, just past one of these trees down here. If you have a big hyzer, that's probably the play. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, on to hole 18. Sign says it's 530. U-disc says 520. This fence area is a new obstacle for me. I'm assuming it's going to play OB. It's still a par 3. It's kind of way down here into the trees back here. You just want to really pump something and make sure you stay out of that fenced area. Alright, appreciate y'all watching, Chuckleheads. Go ahead and stay tuned for the next one. I'm going to hit up Brady Mountain down in just outside Hot Springs, Arkansas on the way back down to Texas. And go ahead and keep on chucking.